Alright guys, my name is Faints, and today I have two more PvP matches to show you guys. The first one, I'm just going to jump right into this, but the first one that I have today is going to be against this Anima. I'm assuming A is the server, but this Groudon, man, this is a purple +1. So I mean, immediately, I gotta say, what I say every time is you can't take those chances against a purple +1 Groudon. Honestly, I didn't think I was gonna really win this one, especially once I saw that Groudon, and I was like, man, this is gonna be over fast, because I thought he was gonna have rest, etc., etc. The whole shebang that every Groudon ends up having. But so here, I go for the toxic, because I'm like, all right, if he's gonna take me out, or if I have a chance to live, I need to get this guy to be toxic, because I can't afford him being on just a rampage. So he ends up swapping out because the Giratina counters every Groudon unless they have a Dragon Claw, and he actually predicts my toxic, which it's been happening a lot lately. God, I stuttered really bad right there. So he swaps into the Zapdos to take the Shadow Force, which is not bad of a move. Honestly, I'm like, wow, that bar looks more than half. I mean, yeah, I know it's still in the green, but it looks like more than half. Maybe I'll take it out, but unfortunately I didn't. He ended up getting the Thunder Wave off to waste my berry, which was kind of unfortunate. Made me kind of compromise my playstyle or whatever. But this battle ended up being really close. It was kind of not expected once I got rid of the Groudon. So I guess spoiler alert. I'm gonna get rid of the Groudon. Well, I guess I won, so I guess it's not really spoiler, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I just go for an Ice Beam there. I was kind of debating on what I would do, but I end up swapping out there, because if he's gonna have those Swords Dances up, I needed to do. You have something that takes it fairly well or something. You know what I'm saying? So I got the second Toxic off. He didn't swap that time, probably because of all of the boost that he had. But I'm just gonna go for that Shadow Force, stall out that Toxic like I'm supposed to. I think that was my third one. I don't think the PP is really comes into effect here, but the poison knocks him down even more. And at this point, he either, I don't know. There's no way he had rest, because if he had it, then he would have used it. But what else does he have? Like, I don't know. He has to have rest. But I ended up taking him out right there with the Toxic. I don't know what he was thinking, man. It was probably because I already took out his berry, and then he wouldn't be. Yeah, okay. That's besides the point. So regardless, that's what he should have done. But he doesn't go for the Toxic this time. He goes just for the kill. And I actually predict his swap into the Metagross, because he's already swapped into him before. And I'm like, okay, perfect. I can just get this Fire Punch. And if you don't know, my Dragonite is Choice Banded. I'm pretty sure I've said this multiple times before. But I get him really low. I was happy with what I did with him. Unfortunately, I couldn't take him out. But even if I did take him out, I don't think the Fire Punch would have done much against the rest of his team. So I just take him out, finish him off with the what's it called there, the Earthquake. And alright, here is where it gets a little dicey, right? So here I'm like, okay, I know he has Toxic, he's used it before, maybe he's going to want to, or he's going to predict my swap to my Kyogre, but he just goes straight for the Ice Beam, and I'm like, alright, well now I know that I'm safe to go for the Kyogre. Honestly, I probably, God, what was that? I probably wasn't that safe to go to the Kyogre, but there was still a chance that he knew that was like a scout kind of thing. But he just stuck with the Ice Beam, thank God, and I go for that Calm Mind, because if I'm gonna be toxic, I might as well make the most out of it. So so he just goes for the kill there, because honestly, there's nothing else he could have done. Luckily, he did get the kill on me for him. Luckily for him, not for me. But I mean, it was a smart play. Two birds with one stone. or I think that's the right thing to use right there. But yeah, so here is where it gets super dicey, right? So I'm like, okay, he might try to toxic me. I didn't check if he had Ice Beam or not, and like the pluses or minuses, and he ended up having Ice Beam, which I was like, shoot, okay, this is not good. So I ended up swapping out here. I don't really know what my what my thought process was. I kind of just did it just to get him out of there, get my Garchomp out of there. But now it's only Garchomp versus everybody else. So no attack boost. I'm like, I need a flinch here, or else I'm probably gonna get taken out. I get the flinch, and I'm like, sweet, okay, that's perfect. Now all I need to do is Earthquake, and now who's his last person, or last Pokemon? And it ends up being a Dragon. I'm like, no, please get a flinch. And I needed to hit, and I got a flinch. I was like, oh my gosh, how? Like, what? I'm so lucky right here. But then it misses. I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to lose now. But, again, another but, I live the outrage. I'm like, yes, please don't miss. Like, just don't miss. I mean, please, the odds have been my favor so far. Don't make this like super good and then just shoot me down, like shoot my hopes down. But yeah, I ended up winning that one. That was insane. And the last one that I have for you is going to be this one, right? He did end up running away, unfortunately, but I mean, I had some pretty nice plays here. I gotta be honest. So I saw that he didn't have Ice Punch or Ice Beam, whatever ice move that he wanted to put, but he actually predicted my swap to the Steelix and went straight for the Flamethrower. That was an extremely good play with his part, and I was like, man, this really sucks. Like, I'm gonna lose my Steelix in the first rounds of the game, and I ended up getting a Quick Claw and a flinch and knocking out that thing, or knocking out that Mudiskin. I was like, all right, this is sweet. He's probably gonna use Flamethrower to take me out, and I'll just swap to the Kyogre and negate all that. Honestly, I thought he would swap to the Groudon there, but I just ended up just going for a Calm Mind and Ice Beam because he went for the Outrage. So. Again, I swapped to that Giratina to take all of what Groudon has to give to me. And I got the leftovers even though it didn't really matter. But this is where things get interesting. So I'm like, alright, I need to, what's it called? I need to get rid of this thing because this thing is an absolute tank. He probably just got it from the tickets or whatever it's called, but I'm like, okay, he's on cooldown. Let's see how much damage I can do. Alright, that's not a lot. Plus he has leftovers, I believe. Does he have leftovers? Oh, no, he doesn't. So I knew that he was going to go for Roar Time again. So what I did was I put in a substitute so he would go back on cooldown, and I knew that I would outspeed. So I went for the Hone Claws to boost my accuracy and my attack stat, and then I went for the Earthquake the next turn, which finished him off. So it was a really good sequence of stuff that happened there. So I go for that Dragon Rush, and so I ended up getting the flinch there, which was like super good for me. At this point, I'm like, you know what, I might as well just leave him in because he's just gonna do work anyway. So I ended up killing it or taking him out. I didn't even get a crit though. I don't know if it was like max damage or something, but I was like, all right, let's see how this goes against the Groudon. I end up living that Fire Punch. I don't know what was going on in this battle, man. I mean, I do resist it. I don't know why he didn't go for an Earthquake, but I ended up taking him out as well. And I think at this point he leaves, or no, I think I get a flinch on the Lugia as well, to be honest. Oh no, I don't. Okay, so he takes me out there, and then he goes for God. I just stuttered a whole bunch there. So basically, what happens is it's just a big just outrage and outrage and outrage because I'm just right now what I was doing. I was just wasting his recovers because I knew that as soon as he ran out of recovers, the Lugia would be nothing. He wouldn't be able to do anything to my team. And I knew that you only have 10 of them. I think you only have 10 of them. I know there's only 10 roosts, so I'm going to assume that there's only 10 recovers. So I went for that outrage, and I ended up getting confused for one turn, and the one turn that I stayed confused, I got through. And so it was really just really bad luck for him, and really amazing luck for luck for me this game. I go for the outrage there, noticing that he's really not getting anywhere with this fight. I ended up getting confused, and I think this turn I do hit myself in confusion there. And now that my multi-skill is broken, he just goes for a toxic there. I don't know why I didn't go for toxic in the first place. He would have been fine anyway, but yeah, I pretty much just take him out eventually. I don't know, I think I just take him out with my Zapdos or something, but I didn't even recognize that he had a Starly left, or the Staravia, so the whole Endeavor thing wasn't going to work on me. So oh, okay, yeah, so here I think I just go for a Toxic, because, oh no, I just go for a Shadow Force. Oh yeah, that's right, because he ran out of recover, so I knew that I was good to go to attack. I didn't have to worry about him restoring his health anymore, so I didn't have to toxic him. Yeah, that was pretty much game. I think once he loses his Lugia, he just leaves. I think he lives this though, to be honest. Does he? Yeah. And then I just take him out with a Dragon Claw, and then he leaves. So that was game. Once this game ends, there we go. That's going to be game, because he escapes right there. Oh no, he didn't escape. He disconnected. That's right. Like legit disconnected. Like not just exits the app. But yeah, that is all I have to show you today. I know I've been kind of quiet. It's kind of late. Not trying to wake anybody up. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to slap that like button. If you are new, please subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. But other than that, my name is Faints on behalf of Master Guild Server 39, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.